The House of Representatives Committee on Appropriation has asked the Minister of Humanitarian and Natural Disaster, Sadia Umar Farouk, to quit if she cannot handle the job. Chairman of the committee, Honorable Aliyu Betera, called for her resignation during an investigative hearing by the Committee on Appropriation on alleged insertion in the budget of the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and the Defense. Betera, who expressed his displeasure over the error in the budget of the Humanitarian Ministry, asked the 206 billion naira captured in the budget proposal of the ministry was wrongly coded by the budget office.
Normally, there are little mistakes within the budget. The minister, through the DG budget, writes to us in appropriation committee, both me and the Senate counterpart there, Senator Barrow, of the humanitarian coding, to notify us for the change of the wordings within the line items. We have it. That was the main reason I was looking for your minister at that time to tell her that we have a copy from the Ministry of Finance for that amendment. This budget we are having is not an act. It's just a proposal. Everything in this budget can be amended, can be changed. So for your ministry, if you see that kind of issue within the budget, you would have contacted your chairman of committees within the House. He will liaise with me, not going into the media. That's the main reason we called the minister for us to iron out these issues happening. We're not happy. Equally with the Minister of Defense, I have a copy of the letter from the Minister of Finance written to the President Commander-in-Chief, his approval to give Minister of Defense money. I'm having issues with the same committee here. Both committees in the House and the Senate, they want to remove the money. If he says he doesn't know about the approval, this is the copy of the approval from the President Commander-in-Chief. It is the same minister that we invited now to come and tell the committee about the approval. And if his committees remove that money, nobody will fault the appropriation committee. They have the right. When we invited him to come here, he would have come to the committee here and said he has discussed with the Ministry of Finance, they have understand themselves. But we are hearing it from the Minister of Finance without him here. So, Permanent Secretary, please tell your minister, it's not about even the appropriation committee inviting her. She has issues with her committees in the House. Most times they invited her, she doesn't come to appear before the committee. So it's wrong. If she's not ready for the job, let her quit.
The Chairman House Committee on Appropriation, Honorable Aliyu Betera, issued the above warning after deliberation on issues between the Humanitarian Ministry and the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning. Meanwhile, the Finance Minister, Zainab Ahmed, appeared before the committee to clarify the issue which bordered on the budget padding, a statement earlier credited to the Humanitarian Minister.
So let me go to the more specific allegations of insertions into the budget. And I want to take, first of all, the issue relating to the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. The sum of 206 billion, 242 billion, 395 billion naira was provided in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development budget to provide for the National Social Safety Needs Scale-Up Project. This is an $800 million project that has been approved by the board of the World Bank and has been approved by the Federal Executive Council. This loan was fully negotiated by the government of Nigeria with the full involvement of the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development. What is outstanding is for us to bring that particular loan along with a few that we have listed to the National Assembly through Mr. President. From the project development document that we have, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs is projected to utilize 473 million of this loan in the year 2020. This has been provided, this is what is provided, and when you convert it into Naira, using the exchange rate of 435.57 Naira to the US dollar, you get this exact amount of 266. This same amount was listed in the MTEP of the ministry. This same amount was listed in the budget of the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and was circulated before FED. But there was a mistake. In providing for this provision, the Budget Office had mistakenly selected a wrong code, which described the amount as security equipment. But the amount itself is correct and is consistent with what has been in the provision, even from the level of the MTEP.
Although the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Humanitarian and Natural Disaster, Nasir Gwazo, who represented the minister, debunked the statement, the committee, however, was not pleased with the fact that she failed to appear before the committee.
I was there at that committee where this problem started. The Minister of Humanitarian was asked a question, and when she looked at the code, she said she did not understand that. She would get clarification. And the chairman obliged that more clarification would be brought, and the matter was closed. One of the members in the summary insinuated that there is padding, and that was what the press took. So the Minister of Humanitarian never mentioned the issue of padding. She requested of time to correct this mistake that she observed, and which the Honorable Minister has clarified. Two, we did not go to the media refuting or challenging the organization of the work you have done or the Ministry of Finance has done. Rather, we wrote a letter seeking for clarification, and that clarification was given to us promptly. I want to concur with the Honorable Minister that that amount of money is government counterpart cash contribution for the World Bank project that we are already working on. There is, like the Minister has mentioned, a project implementing units. Phase one of that project is ending on the 31st. And the SU, which is the scale of program, is starting immediately thereafter, a day after. And that is what the Ministry of Finance, which is the legally allowed agency or government entity to go into such bilateral agreements and provide funding, has foreseen and budgeted for us in the year 2023. And like the Minister said, that is a good practice for transparency.
To this end, ministries, departments, and agencies were advised to strengthen the interagency synergy for effective service delivery. Annie T. Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.